See what it is, what it is. I come into the block, white non-homeboy, not ganged up, looking fish country, but could talk, could fight, just like it was in real life, and not in this made-up rap for commercial release. This one is made-up rap for commercial release. Yeah. I went up on a hard 2 to 10 and I was good, and they give the nickel back again. Less worries when I go look for a job. Less worries when I go look for a job. Says here you got a nickel back, but I'm not thinking about that, cause right now in my mental penitentiary, the rules are different. You got to play the song my way, just like it really was. Oh yeah, I'm living proof, just like it really was. Had a tattoo on my arm that said Inshallah Muslim, so this whilst I was backslapping off some part of a group who played. There, look this way while I fuck you in the ass. Capers and I tumbled to and did a surprising flamenco off the cuff capoeira, Paco de Lucha and Hans double back at thunderfuck. And the Muslim said cease and desist. What is the meaning of this? And I said just what it says. Whatever God wills, I threw in a few Bismillah Kaufman serums. I don't know what comes next, just like it was in real life and not in this penitentiary of the mind. So they thought cause I said Palestinians had a right to a statehood and that I was cool. Meanwhile, the Nazi skinhead contingent of the aromatic body enhancing, not prone to desirable human contact groping, dug my perceived anti-Jew. Not true, I expect I could find one I like. It's a taste you get accustomed to. Press you off good, push any buttons yet? Oh, trust me, there are buttons I haven't pushed yet. I see right fucking through ya, just like it really was. Just like it really is in this mental penitentiary. See, I got some cachet. I proved I could fight and I hate everybody, so that I can't be bad in here. But that's not quite how it was. I was much nicer than that when I could afford it. Otherwise, I warned people who never paid any fucking attention anyway. So, like I said, I got some cachet in my mind. And unless you have actually faced down bad Leroy with his pounding, clipshorn enhanced dick speaking in tongues, then you just part of this bad poetry caravanserai, this unending bordello of unrequited masquerade. Is that my lover's lips? Is that my lover's mind? Read it back to me slowly, while I admire the expanse of my endless behind, just like it really. So, cut to the chase in my mental penitentiary. You fish come in today, George Bush, cocky for a white boy. Looks like he might know some, it walks like he's connected. If he is, if he ain't, we ain't heard of it. Word is, in here, man gotta prove his shit or that man a bitch. Man can loan gun and walk away, but he gotta clean his plate when he deliver it. So, George, he comes in all highs in the saddle. My daddy this, my daddy that. And Carl Rove turn on the lights here in this place where the sun never shines. And I have fucking been there. And so, yeah, sometimes the sun does shine, but don't expect it will call on you today. When I remembered, that this punk-ass bitch was president of the United States. This was the lion thieving, run away from his cushy deferment Vietnam, evading Korea, landing dick enhanced Robotroid. Don't you wish your daughter would marry somebody like me? Worthless piece of shit. Pretending, posturing side of the mouse talkers. Got no fucking friends in this jailhouse. Dead man walking, or worse, much worse, in this penitentiary of the mind. I'm the miserable, rotting fucking you don't want to know what kind of scum lives here in this penitentiary of the mind. And I'll clue ya, this is the way it really will be, in the moments now being orchestrated for this special Lord Fauntleroy and attendant beasts. Let this ongoing poem be a passionate and violent and uproar as I may create, but there is a seething ferment of the postulants between, and so you will hear the next version of this, and you will hear the next version of this, unless, of course, it's poetry after all. Loophole, no need for the disclaimer, kiss my ass. You get brain knuckles back, and I speak for a whole lot of angry motherfuckers, and since you don't know the meaning of fair play, maybe you will appreciate it when we do it your way. Lies, intimidation, slander, get in my range, motherfucker. Oh, but George, you are here in the penitentiary of the mind. When they made plans to take you out, copy the Secret Service on this penitentiary of the mind. Undisclosed location, George is in trouble. Guns don't work. When they went to take you out, they came to me, George. Asked me if I wanted first up. You know, George, I'm basically non-sexual prison-wise, just like it really was. But I got to make an exception, so they brought you to me, George, while your white fish-bellied butt winking in the 60-watt bulb, dangling in eerie reminiscence of some forgotten film noir where my heart was broken. But that poor ceramic figure is endlessly tumbling now like the snow in Citizen Kane, and you can kiss the rosebud of my tormenting ass, 'cause you're mine now, Georgie. Gotcha, George. Gotcha. In the penitentiary of the mind. And I'm hard now, George. I'm hard, like I've never been for a man. So help me, God. And you squeal like a pig you are when I deliver the pork to your self-righteous crystalline behind. No lubricant, George. Do you mind? Oh, please, please mind. It excites me so. In this penitentiary of the mind. Oh, that's right, you don't speak French, too bad. Big Leroy is going to interpret. So George, Mr. White Boy Supreme, now in this tank fuller, we find out right now what you got. Oh, you giving it up, know what I mean? And your punk ass got no respect in this world. I'll be living witness to that. What's your back? You ain't got no back, except what you pile driving into you, except for when I relax like that. You in the penitentiary of the mind. Asshole. We ain't got the house sound system like we like it yet, but you ought to hear your fat friend Road Yodel. Yeah, he's next door. Dick's gone, I'm sorry to say. Big Leroy used his dick as the kiss of life. Might have got in the way. So I gotta ask you, George, you like it when I do it slow like this? Or do you like it when I fuck you really hard like you've been doing everybody else until now? Big wake-up call, huh? Mister, I used to be the president of the United States, and now you crying for your Satan-worshipping mama, and ain't this a kick in the ass? 'Cause it's Satan that got you now. It's your very best friend right here with you all the way to the end. All the way. You know, George, I got to quit, my heart ain't in it. Big Leroy, you got something you wanna say? Welcome to the big time, Mr. President. Welcome to the future, even though it ain't caught up yet. Welcome to how it really is, and how to do play in this penitentiary of the mind. Closed captions, multi-language enabled, not simulated. Real actors were used and will be used again and again. In the penitentiary of the mind. Yeah, George, I'm fucking and humiliating you every way I know, and I'll do worse until you come after me, and I wish everyone else would do the same, until the sound was so loud the oceans roar, and the thunder would be just sand rubbing their knuckles together in my mother's hands. Back when I still believed this was a decent land, back when I still believed in God, and now I know it's just up to us, and maybe that it is God after all, 'cause I could never, no matter how you have shamed the human race, you fucking traitor, I could never disavow that still small voice inside. Oh, I hear it like angels dancing across glass. Never did fabric rustle, so it is you, isn't it? I hope so. In this penitentiary of the mind, lots of hopes and dreams here, Lord. Lots of childs left behind. I'm coming, George. I'm coming, and I won't stop. And you can crush every fucking voice in this world, and still this will ring high and clear above everything you and your robots seek to control. You can't stamp out human freedom, especially not in the name of freedom, and our voices grow every day, and not just in this penitentiary of the mind.